Hello and welcome to our video presentation of Chumash Vayikra Perek Bet. Perek Bet is chapter 2. And in chapter 2, we're going to learn all about the Korban Mincha. Yes, the Korban Mincha was a special Korban which was not made with animal products. It was a Korban of flour and different ingredients. Okay, there were 5 types of Korban Mincha. That's right, just 5 types of Korban Mincha. The first one was made out of soled, fine flour. Then there was one baked in the oven, mafei tanur, which was challah, which was really matzah, because no chametz was allowed on the mizbeach. Then there was one in a machavat, a shallow frying pan. And then a marchesha, deep fried in oil. And then, finally, the last type of mincha was called the shtei halechem. This type of mincha was special, different than all the others, because, unlike all the other korban minchas, it was allowed to be chametz. However, the shtei halechem, because it was chametz, was not put on the mizbeach. It was totally eaten by the kohanim. Well, now for some details about the Korban Mincha, we've decided to call back from the past a guest lecturer, none other than Aaron HaKohen. Thank you very much, boys. Thank you. I am Aaron HaKohen, all the way back from the past, dressed in my Shmona Bigadim, my 8 garments of the Kohen Gadol, which you will perhaps learn about later. Meanwhile, I'm going to take you on a walkthrough tour of all the different types of mincha offering. Does anyone here know how many types of mincha offering there were? Yes, young man over there, I believe your name is Avraham. Yes?
5.
5, that is correct. Very good. What a class over here, what a class. And the first offering is known as the minchat solet. Does anybody know what solet is? Yes, young man over there, I believe your name is Zach, yes?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll try somebody else. Yes, sir, Jacob.
Salt.
No, that salt is an ingredient in a mincha, yes, sir.
Flour!
Flour, but what type of flour would we use in a mincha offering? Yes, young man, oh, your name is Aaron, like my name, yes? Soled, right, soled was fine flour. Fine. That is correct. Fine flour was used in the first mincha known as the mincha of soled. Fine flour. And this korban mincha was featuring flour, water, oil, and livona. Livona was frankincense. It sounds a little scary, but no, not like the monster. It's a type of spice that was used, a very nice spice, in the korban mincha. The next thing we used was the ma'afei tanur, and this type of mincha was actually matzah. Yes, you got it. Matzah, because mincha was not allowed to be chametz. Kohanim would make it so quick. We were like a matzah bakery all year, not allowed to have any chametz on the mizbeach. Then we had the machavat, a shallow pan offering. It was baked in a pan, fried in a pan, with a little bit of oil. And we had also the marcheshet, which was a deep fry offering, deep fried in the oil. And finally, one last type called the shtei halechem. The shtei halechem was the only mincha which was allowed to be chametz. That's correct. So let me see if you guys are paying attention over there. Okay, could somebody tell me which mincha was the only mincha that was allowed to be chametz? Yes, sir, Jake. Shtei halechem, that is correct. Wow, what a bunch of geniuses we have over here. Thank God I see my brother Moshe did a good job of transmitting the Torah all the way to the future into the year 2013. That's great. If you're watching this video later than that, well, we'll change it to the date that you're watching the video. Anyway, time to go now. It was very nice meeting you all. Oh, I forgot one last thing that we got to do when we were giving this offering, and that is called the kemitzah. Could somebody from this crowd, you guys are all geniuses, could somebody tell me what is the kemitzah? Yes, young man over there whose name is Aaron. Nice try. Anybody know what the kemitzah is? The kemitzah actually was a very special procedure. Well, you think that it was invented by rap music singers to make funny hand motions. Well, no, not exactly. Here is a kemitzah. Check out my kemitzah. Kemitzah is a 3-fingered fistful. That's right. Before we Kohanim would be allowed to eat the matzah of the mincha, we would have to offer some of it on the mizbeach. So we would take a 3 fingers, we would take a fist and scoop up the flour, and then we would open our thumb and our little finger, and only the flour that was inside the 3 fingers would be thrown onto the mizbeach, and that was called a kometz. It was also called an azkara, a remembrance of Hashem, because everything that we eat, we remember that it comes from Hashem, and for sure a korban. So it's been really nice talking to you guys. Thank you, Aaron Cohen. Thank you very much. And now we send him back to the past. Okay, so boys, right now we just have to make a quick review of our learning today. Okay, we learned today about the 5 types of mincha, and in order to have a memory aid to remember that in chapter 2, Perek Bet, in Perek Bet, which is chapter 2 of Vayikra, we learn about the 5 types of mincha. We're going to have a silly memory aid to help us. Remember, please, the silly memory aid did not really happen. It's just to help you remember. And the way to remember is that 2 rhymes with glue, right? 2 rhymes with glue. And therefore, we're going to bring a glue bottle here. A bottle of Elmer's glue. And this Elmer's glue, 2 rhymes with glue, is going to be used to remind us that the mincha is with glue. So here we go. How are you, everybody? My name is Mr. Elmer's glue, and I'm going to tell you about chapter 2, which rhymes with glue. You see, glue was the most important thing in the Beis HaMikdash, you see, because, those mincha offerings, they were all flour and water and everything, but how did you get it stuck together? The truth is that we used a lot of glue. No one knows about this. You see, no one knows about this because it's not really true. But anyway, I'm just making it up. But we used to take a lot of glue and we used to get the korban mincha ready, and we used to go and make a nice korban and it will all stick together. Oh, and the funniest part was when the Kohen would take his kometz, and when I put the glue in there, and his fingers would get stuck. Oh my gosh, that was hysterical. His fingers would get all gluey with the glue in chapter 2. So in chapter 2, which rhymes with glue, we learn about the 5 types of mincha. Thank you very much, Mr. Elmer's glue. We'd like to send you back to where you belong in imagination land. The truth is that although chapter 2 rhymes with glue, there is nothing about glue in chapter 2. It's just a way to help us remember that in chapter 2, we learn about the 5 types of mincha offering. And the silly way to remember it is that it looks like a bunch of glue stuck together on the frying pan. That's just a silly way. Really, the 5 types of mincha offering have nothing to do with glue. Possibly glue might be chametz anyway. Yeah, definitely don't put glue on your korban mincha. Thank you very much.